Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf, and I'm here with Lauren Lizabeth, and I am so excited to talk to you this morning. How are you?
I'm so great. Thanks for having me.
No problem. And thank you for actually accommodating my schedule because I know it's still pretty early. And you're a Rhode Island girl. I have to know when you did your radio tour. You're on your radio tour now. When you did your interview with the Iceman, was it like you two were just connected immediately because of where you're from?
Actually, I am on radio tour now, but this interview with the Iceman was actually a year ago.
Okay.
Actually, 2 years ago in January.
Oh, wow.
So it's been a while, but we did connect automatically because we have so much in common. He actually was semi-related to me. He had, married a distant relative, and we found that out later, which was so funny.
Oh, how funny.
But he's a great person. Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, he's got one of those laughs that is so infectious. He's just loud and fun, and we got to work with him at this year's CMA Fest. He's just crazy fun. So when I found out,
there's never a dull moment with him.
No, never. And then the pranks they do, and it's great. But you're on your radio tour now for your new EP, and your single off that it's featuring the single "To Be Young." That's also the name of your EP, right?
It is.
Okay. So I want to know, because this is a 7-song EP, how fun was this for you to create and to put out there for the fans? Because you're so fun and upbeat, and the song "To Be Young" is pretty phenomenal.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. I am over the moon about this EP. It is so different than the first EP and the second EP that I did. Mm-hmm. This is the first time that I've been able to record songs that I've written.
Right.
So that's what's really, really special about it. Every single song on the new EP is written by me and as well as other co-writers. But
wow,
I'm so proud of it. I really am. It's been a total blessing to be embraced by the country genre in this album and have everyone love To Be Young as much as I do. I mean, it's incredible. It really is.
Right. Now, did you ever expect the result that you're already getting? I mean, you debuted on the charts, on the Billboard charts already, and you keep going up. It's just moving up, and you're on this radio tour, and you're played on over 125 stations. I mean, what is that like for you?
I couldn't even put it into words if I tried. I mean, it's just so crazy. I mean, I've been dreaming about it my whole life, and
right.
I always thought to myself when I was about 4 years old with this crazy dream,
mm-hmm.
I always thought in my mind, this is going to happen. One day this is going to happen.
Right.
I don't know how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen because I want it to, and I'm going to make it happen. So I think that's what's the coolest about it, just because people are always like, wow, how are you feeling about this? And that's really how I feel. I truly, my whole life thought, I will do it. So I couldn't be happier that I actually am doing it.
That's great.
And Billboard's a whole other thing. It's a shock. I mean, hard work does pay off. It really does.
It does.
And I'm so excited.
I think that's great. And when I talk to other artists and they've had the experience that you're having, or they're so close. I mean, you definitely, and it's so genuine, the response and the excitement that you guys all have when this happens. And it's like, I think that it means more for fans too when they see how genuinely excited and thankful you are for the support. It makes them so much more proud of you and want to support you more, which, me being on the sidelines, I get to watch this stuff all the time, and I just think it's incredible. And we follow so many people in their careers, and it's exciting. I can't even put that into other words. It's just so exciting watching people's dreams come true, and you just can't help but smile. It's so much fun.
And it's a really big labor of love. I mean, your entire journey, there's some fans that are on it with you for the entire time,
mm-hmm.
and there's nothing more special than that, to have them experience everything with you.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it's really like a lifetime of dreaming and accomplishing and having failures, but it's really about the journey and the people that are on it with you.
Exactly. Now, have you experienced the fandom stuff with, somebody creating a fan page for you and all that? Have you experienced that yet?
I haven't yet. I have the Facebook official artist page, but I don't have a fan page yet. That would be really, really cool.
Because
I hope that happens someday.
Well, I imagine that it's actually not going to be too far from now. You have a pretty good following, and I just think that, all it takes is that one fan, and usually everybody has that one super fan, and that just takes over and does those things. And I just think that that's going to be one of those moments I'm excited to see for you, because
I'm so excited too. That would be incredible.
Yeah, from so many people, they're like, "Oh my gosh, the day that happened, that was crazy. I never expected a fan page," and then they give to all their fan club members or their fans like fun, cute little names, and I just think it would be so much fun to watch.
And that's really, I think, so important.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what music's about. That's what my whole career is about, is being able to connect to other people, to fans, people like me, just normal people, which is what I am. I mean, that's why we write songs, is to connect to others.
Absolutely. And, you have inspirations that, other people have, and you have goals and you have dreams. I mean, you're a real person, and I think sometimes people forget that. And we have real
I forget it.
Yeah.
We all forget it.
Exactly. And but to be real and to be able to be open and to be able to share everything with your fans, I think is great. And I love that you've been inspired by Celine Dion and Carrie Underwood. Those two females are huge powerhouses.
They are.
Huge in the music industry, but they're great, genuine, down-to-earth,
people.
Amazing people. Absolutely. And
I think that's what really I was drawn to.
Yeah.
I love strong, independent female powerhouses, and also people that are genuine.
Well, and you yourself are a powerhouse. Holy cow.
Thank you.
You have vocals on you that I don't sing. I can't sing.
Sure you can. Everybody can sing.
You know what? No, I thought I could sing until I had vocal cord surgery, and then it was like, oh, that voice cracks now? Okay, all right.
Okay, maybe that's
no longer
story.
There. So.
Oh, no.
But it's great. It doesn't stop my kids and I. We still have road trips, and we still sing in the car all the time.
Yeah, even if you feel like you can't, it should never stop you.
Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't. It probably should at some point. But, like when your child covers their ears and they're like, okay, Mommy, no more. All right. I guess I'll stop.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, that was my little boy, my 4-year-old. He was covering his ears one day, and I'm like, oh, really? Is it that bad?
I really hope no one does this to me ever.
No, nobody will, I guarantee.
I'm sure it wasn't a good feeling.
No, it really wasn't. It made me kind of sad that day, but I was like, all right, head down, whatever.
Well, then you can teach him that even if it doesn't sound that great, you should have fun and do it anyway.
Right.
In everything in life.
Exactly. So I have to know, because I love connecting to people, and I always connect to them in really crazy, random ways. I know that you've got to have that inner fangirl for somebody. So I want to know who your favorite, all-time rock artist or whoever. Who are you, dying to meet?
Oh, my goodness. This is one of those questions that no matter how many times I get asked it, I never have the right answer. I always will hang up the phone or be done with an interview, and then it will come to me, and I'm like, gosh, why didn't I say this person? This is who I'm obsessed with. And I can never think of the person. I got to start writing lists before I do interviews.
I got to write my favorite actor. Got to write my favorite, musician.
Yeah.
No,
I really do.
Biggest crush.
There's just
I always
so
go for
many.
that.
There's,
there are so many.
At the moment, forever, I think the person that I would be the most starstruck about would be Celine Dion, for sure. Just because, she's like a whole entity in herself.
Yeah,
I would really fall apart if I met her. She's just amazing.
Yeah.
And Carrie Underwood, too. Those two. My inspirations are just, they seem like incredible people, but I would just absolutely not be able to have a normal conversation with them.
Oh my gosh, I think you would. I think for me, and I know it's so stupid, but not being able to have a normal conversation would probably be Zac Efron. He's just too gorgeous and too pretty.
Oh my goodness.
There's no
me
way.
Too.
I would probably be there and just be all kinds of stupid. But
oh yeah.
But
the hot men of Hollywood, I would definitely
right.
be a little starstruck.
I'm like, should I feel bad? Should I feel bad that I have kids that absolutely adore and crush on him? Should I feel bad that I think he's just such a beautiful
you should not feel bad.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
No.
But no, I think for him, yeah, I would totally be stupid. But my all-time like just favorite, and I cannot wait, you know, and I've already met him a few times, is John Bon Jovi. But I cannot wait to sit and have a conversation with that man, because his brain fascinates me. He is constantly thinking and doing for others, and I'm like, wow. And I just, where he comes up with these things, and I just, it's definitely amazing to me. So he's my inspiration, but I absolutely adore Celine Dion and Carrie Underwood, and I think,
well, we got to get you an interview with John Bon Jovi.
Oh, I know. You know, we talk about it all the time, and I'm like, I'll get there eventually. It'll be great.
You will.
You know, and the other one, and I don't know if you know this in Hollywood, and I'm sorry that we're just going off and having this crazy conversation, but the other
I love it.
In Hollywood is he's so underrated as far as the things that he's done, and that's Keanu Reeves. That man,
yes,
he has donated and given more to people than I think anyone realizes, and he wants to be treated just like a regular person. He doesn't want to be treated
I love that.
And he's just incredible, you know, and to give up so much money of his, you know, from the Matrix and stuff. I mean, he gave up so much of his own money to the staff and the cast and crew there, like just crazy amounts, obscene amounts of money. And he just lives like a normal
really
life.
amazing.
It really
That's
is.
what I hope to do.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously in life we want to make a lot of money,
right.
But I also want to give back. Like that's, anytime that I think about having huge success, I think about what I would want to do and who I'd want to help.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's so many people in Hollywood that if they're able to, they will. And I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's great. And you definitely strike me as one of those people who is very generous and because you're very down to earth too, and you're very real, and you already seem like you just get it. You just get everything, and you know, and I can't wait to watch those numbers soar on the Billboard chart, because seriously, like of all people that deserve amazing things, you're definitely one of them. And watching your videos, you know, talking about your single and talking about your EP, it's just so much fun, and it's such a joy to see you, and all the radio stations that you've been on, and all your social media posts that you've been doing, and your level of excitement. It's just like, wow, how could anyone not be excited for this girl?
I hope it never goes away.
You know,
I'm sure it won't, but I'm excited about life. I'm excited about everything.
See, and as long as you're excited like that, I don't think it'll ever change for you. I think you're always going to be happy, which is great.
Well, I'm doing what I love. Like my dad always said, if you do what you love, you'll never have to work a day in your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's truly what I believe.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what I'm doing, so I couldn't be happier.
So I know you came from a musical family. Are they like, you know, part of you now with your working? Because I know a lot of artists, their families like step in with management and website and all kinds of different things. Has your family taken on any of those roles with you yet?
Not so much. My dad actually, I have a manager in Nashville, but my dad's really been through this process with me a lot. My whole family's been really great supporting me, but my dad actually, he's a really great drummer, like a phenomenal drummer. So his dream kind of one day was to play like in a stadium with me on one song, just one. He just wants to do it. So, and I think that would be an incredible moment. And I really hope I get to do that someday.
That will be incredible. And I have to tell you, father-daughter moments, just don't laugh at me, but I was a huge Disney Channel, mom because of my girl.
Who wasn't?
And so I took my kids to the Hannah Montana Best of Both Worlds tour. And when
my goodness, I wanted to go so bad.
I can't even tell you, 4 days before the concert, Staples Center in LA, they released more tickets. And I got them for face value. I think it was like $40 a ticket. And people have been spending thousands of dollars selling them on like eBay and stuff. It was crazy.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I can't even believe it. I mean, it was definitely insane. But when that moment when Billy Ray came out and performed with his daughter, I was just taken back, and it was one of those emotional things because, you could just see the love, and you could just see the moment where he's just so proud, and it was so amazing to see, and watching that young girl turn into this, woman who's now a female judge on The Voice, and she's helping others, and she's done so much for people. And it's like, you know what, those are the moments that I think need to be focused on. I think too many people focus on the negative in the world, and I think people need to start focusing on all the positive things. Like, negative things are going to happen every day, but positive things are too. Let's focus on some of those for a change, right?
I love that. I wish the same thing for the world. I always say that. I never watched the news.
No. Yeah.
I used to not watch it at all because there was nothing good happening. They didn't show anything good happening.
Right.
And there is so much good. There's also bad, of course, but there should be a good news channel too.
Absolutely. And that's why Center Stage Magazine, too, I have to tell you, like, we will not post any controversial or negative stories at all. Like, and
that's why I love your magazine.
And I'm just like, yeah, I know. I was like, I want to be different. I don't want to post gossip. I don't want to post nope, not doing it. I do not want any drama on this site.
And it's so sad that being different is like just posting about good things. It's so sad that's not the normal.
Right? Exactly. Oh my gosh. See, I knew I connected to you. Now, if you're a big coffee drinker, are you a coffee drinker at all?
I don't drink coffee at all.
You don't?
That's the only thing I know.
Wow.
People always look at me like I have 5 heads.
No. I'm totally intrigued by this. Well, you're very, very young though, and I didn't get into coffee for a long while. It actually wasn't until my son was born 4 years ago, and I was stuck.
Who knows, with this career I might have to get into it, or some type of caffeine, because I don't really drink caffeine.
Oh, see, there you go.
So,
okay. Well, there's all different kinds.
I get a lot of sweets.
There's, Starbucks has really great hot chocolate. If you're into hot chocolate, they have like the best hot chocolate. They have a hazelnut hot chocolate, which is amazing. But
ooh,
they do.
I have to try that.
I know. I'm so addicted to that. It's ridiculous. And everybody that knows me knows I'm a complete nut when it comes to my coffee. But there's some times where it's like you just got to have that extra sweet hot drink. And I go for the hazelnut hot chocolate. It's amazing.
I just don't want to have to rely on it. That's my only thing. I know that once I start drinking it, then I'm done.
Yeah.
I'll have to need it every day.
And my little confession is I don't even drink coffee for the coffee. I drink coffee for the Coffee Mate creamer, the hazelnut creamer. I'm so bad.
You have the confessions.
It is. But I am going to defend myself though right now, because I was in the hospital with my son when he was very, very little. He was newborn and we were in the NICU, and the only thing that I could do to calm down was to drink the coffee at the hospital. And they had Seattle's best coffee, and they had the Coffee Mate hazelnut creamer, and I was just done. That was it. And I've been addicted.
You were in heaven.
Yep. It was like the only thing that brought me comfort during that time. So I'm like, okay, it's my comfort drink. But okay, so what do you? I'm so sorry. You're such a good sport for hanging out with me this morning.
No, I love this. It's great.
What do you have coming up that you can talk about? I know that a lot of times people have things that are happening that they can't really give details on. But what do you have that you can talk about that you want your fans to know right now?
Well, we are doing so much in the Lauren Lizabeth camp. We're having a lot of brainstorming sessions and what we can do. Right now is focused on radio tour and just hitting as many stations and connecting to as many people as I can. That's like so important to me. I love doing that. It has nothing to do with like the fame or glamour. Like, I just want to connect with people. I just want to hang out and talk with people. I love to talk to people. So radio tour is really cool. I wish it was like more person to person, but I always get to talk to the radio host, which is awesome.
Right.
And I've been performing live for them, which is so exciting. These songs are like so special to me. I love them. And I am really excited to get out there and play them. That's what's next. Right now, radio tour. In the process of planning a 2017 tour.
Oh,
the
nice.
To Be Young tour.
Nice. Okay.
So I might be starting a Kickstarter for that pretty soon, so stay on the lookout.
Absolutely.
Because, funds, they don't just appear out of nowhere.
No, they don't.
So we gotta... Yeah. People think they do, but they definitely don't.
No, they don't. And, people don't realize how much goes into, one of these projects where you're putting out music and stuff. They don't realize.
It's not just hard work. It's also a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
But I so badly just want to get on the road and start playing these songs for people. I mean, I've had them in my pocket, and they're on iTunes, and they're on all those social media platforms, but I want to really connect with people in person and be able to play it for them, meet them, hang out with them.
Right.
So I really, really want to do that. 2017. We're talking about the possibility of doing music video for my single, also costly, but we're thinking about different ideas to incorporate other songs as well. So just getting more video out there.
That's great. Yeah.
So I really want to just come up with new ways to connect to the fans.
Have you considered doing one of the Stage It shows?
What is it? Stage It?
Stage It, yeah. They're online concerts, and people can tip you throughout the concert, and you can set the ticket price at basically whatever you want, for them to be able to log online and to be able to watch you live. And then they can comment.
Wow.
Yeah, they can comment while you're playing. You can do requests. It's really fun. And
that sounds amazing.
And the reason why I ask about those is because, and I know this is going to go back to me again, but my son was in the hospital for a very long time. And it was off and on for, the first few years of his life. We were always in the hospital. But when we went to this feeding program at Children's Hospital in Orange County, California, and we were there for 3 weeks inpatient. And one of the things that he loves is music. And, one of the artists that I knew was doing a Stage It show. And so while we were in the hospital room, we were able to watch a live concert and participate and interact. And it was just, my son loved it. I loved it. It was so much fun. And being able to, to tip the artist and, to make a request and have him play. It was just really, really neat. And it was a really fun way to connect the fans to the artist. And I just think that those types of things that are getting out there and getting more known are definitely huge, because you never know who you can reach online that you can't reach in person. And I just think, being on that side that I was on, it's like when people do guitar lessons via Skype now. How many kids are trapped in those hospitals because of cancer or whatever else, and they can't go outside, but because of Skype and YouTube and things like that and online stuff, they can participate and learn, take music lessons and watch concerts. It's amazing.
I can't believe I've never heard of this. This is amazing. I'm definitely going to have to look into this, because I can't believe I didn't come up with this. This is so great.
Well, and it could be one of those things too where I don't know. I've talked to so many people, and I've got so many different ideas thrown at me because of it. But there's so many ways that you can generate, funds with your fans through your Kickstarter and stuff that are because it's including them. So I know that when we did the Stage It thing, it was like the person who ended up tipping the most got a Skype call with the artist for 15 minutes. So there's all
on my sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying there's all kinds of things you could do. It's so much fun.
I with the Kickstarter, I haven't launched it yet, but I've been really doing a lot of brainstorming and getting my research together because I want it to be as successful as possible.
Absolutely.
The thing I focused the most on was the reward section.
Yes.
It is so crucial because it's really a way to connect with your fans, and that makes them much more inclined to want to help and be a part of the journey.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm so excited because I love making the rewards because it's a personalized thank you from me to them.
Right.
And one of them was actually, or a couple of them, one was maybe like a Q&A on Skype. You can ask whatever you want. And then another was like a Skype concert. So it's kind of like the Stage It idea. It's a new way to connect with, if you cannot travel somewhere or if you'd rather just do like online or house concerts or things like that. It's so crazy what the music industry has turned into in ways of getting it there.
Exactly. And even in just the social media world, right? I mean, you have Facebook Live now, and people are doing music sessions on Facebook Live all the time. And
that's so cool.
It's so addicting too, because I'm like, I research so many people because I want to research people before I do interviews. Like, I want to get to know them. And this one artist who's become family to me, he's my very good friend. His name is Luke Cacetta. He was doing Tuesdays with Luke Days. So many.
Yeah, I've heard of cool with hashtags too, like Canada's Mayday Mondays.
Yeah, and you can get creative and be yourself and just do so much. And it's so neat. And I actually did Facebook Live for the first time last night because I was doing like a launch party for Sensi, and so all my friends were watching this video, and I live kind of far from everybody I grew up with, so they were all able to watch me do this like this demonstration online, and it was so neat. And I was like, wow, you could literally do Facebook Live for so many things. It's incredible.
It is amazing what technology has done, and I can't even think of what could possibly come out later in the future. Like, right. It's just, I feel like we've hit our max, but I'm excited to see what does happen. But especially with Facebook Live, Larry, the president of 9 North, who I'm signed with, when we go to radio stations, he'll do Facebook Live. Yeah. And it's so cool because if you can't tune in, I mean, the radio station has a very short window of time. Right. So if you're not in the area or you can't listen at that time, Facebook Live is perfect because you get to see the full behind the scenes when we're not on air, seeing ourselves. Like, it's just really fun, and I love to watch those with other artists too. And what's really great is every interview is different, every conversation is different. Sometimes they get emotional, sometimes they're just super fun and funny, and but what's great for the fan is when they get to see that stuff from you, because we only have so many radio stations where we're at. Unless people are streaming online, they don't get to hear it. So, and the fact that they can watch interview after interview and see all the differences in how you connect with the people and what stories come up, I think that's really cool. And there's a difference between hearing your music. Like, you can hear music anywhere, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere, YouTube. Right. But you don't get to necessarily know the person. Yeah. I mean, hopefully you get to know me a little bit through my music, but there's a million different sides to people. Right. So interviews and just conversations are just really important in addition to the music. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I am so excited for all you have coming up, and I can't wait. And when you launch your Kickstarter, you have to let us know so that we can help promote it any way that we can. Thank you so much. That would mean the world. Absolutely. And, we actually, we mean it. We definitely mean it. We have several artists that when they have something coming up, they'll text me, and this is my cell phone number, so you can text me anytime. So people text me and they're like, hey, this is coming out, or we're doing this, and I will, when we do that, we will actually relaunch our interview and our conversation and the article, and we will update it and we will add more to it, or, we'll just promote flyers. So if you ever have a flyer, anything, just let us know and let us get it out there for you. Thank you so much. That is amazing what you guys do for artists. I mean, I look around for different blogs and magazines and things, but there's a shortage of really trying to not trying to help, but really trying to help new artists, especially because all you need is that one person or one magazine or one article written about you that will really help launch you to the next stage of your career. Right. Well, and it's all the help. I mean, it's just it's not forgotten. Yes, it's one of those things that's what we want. There's so much out there. There are so many talented people out there that are not getting, anything close to what they deserve. And so it's hard. It's a hard industry. It is brutal. I mean, the stories that I've heard, and I'm not even involved in that side of it, but the stories that I've heard, sometimes they cut you deep because these people become your friends, and then they share these stories and things that they go through with you, and you're just like, oh my gosh, how do you? You have to have an amazing team and make sure that the people that you surround yourself with are 100% for you. Yeah, absolutely. 100% like you, genuine. They have to be down to earth. I mean, it's really about who you surround yourself with, and your team has the best interest for you. So I'm very lucky to have an incredible team, an incredible family that really keeps me down to earth. They've always taught me to be humble. So that's what I take most from them. That's great, and I'm so glad to hear that. Well, just so you know, don't be surprised if somebody reaches out to you from Project Lips or Heart Songs for Veterans, because I am going to pass your name along. And also, we partner with Black Sheep Radio, and we just absolutely love them. And so we're going.
I am going to make sure that they know all about you. If
Thank you
if
so
they
much.
don't already, because you really have such a great positive outlook on life, and you're so talented. And I wish I could sing the way that you do. You know. In fact, when one of your songs was playing, "You're Too Young" was playing, my daughter came running in and was like, "Who's that?" So yeah,
that's what I love. I want to be that for someone.
Yeah, it's great. And so we just had so much fun, you know, with your page yesterday. We were just checking you out. It was so much fun. So thank you for taking the time to speak with me on such an early Saturday morning. I really do appreciate it. You could be doing a million other things, but you chose to talk to little old me, and I appreciate that. But definitely,
there's nothing else I'd rather be doing. Thank you so much for taking the time too.
We're gonna have to meet one day when you're in Nashville. I'm moving back to Nashville.
I live here.
Oh, okay. See, I'm moving back to Nashville at the end of the year. So, you know,
perfect.
Starting January. Oh my God, we're gonna have to get you on camera. We're gonna have to do an on-camera interview.
Sounds amazing.
With you. Okay. All right. Well, you have to stay in touch with me. If you have anything that you release or any new news that you have between now and then, just please inundate me with all that news so that we can get it out there for you. And I'm serious. I mean that. Like,
I absolutely will.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You take care. Have a good rest of your day. And I do really appreciate you taking the time. You're amazing.
Thank you. You're amazing.
All right. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Bye.